Hello everybody, welcome back once again to the Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster Perfect Stats Guide. We're starting out here with number 24. I actually spliced in some footage of my old game there. I stole the which is the just to steal the rare, which is the blood sword. I didn't actually on my last, I guess, trip because I didn't really intend on kind of going, I guess, all the way with that current I guess footage that I took. But yeah, I wanted this to look a little bit more like how it should be done and what we would need again because of the changes from yesterday's patch. So again, we actually have Gao this time around instead of Edgar, and so we're going to knock this out here. So the question on whether or not the blood sword is important, I don't know. I suppose you can steal them fairly early on in the world of Ruin, but I'm just trying to think of honestly, the minecart is maybe an okay place for them. I just don't know. It's questionable whether or not it's. I don't think it's critical, honestly. I'll be honest, and I suppose maybe it's obvious, or it will be obvious in the next video that that I did not end up stealing that. Now, the thing is with that blood sword is it actually does have the 10 physical evade, but so does the rune edge. So there's no difference between the two. And then on top of that, this time around, or I should say in the first playthrough there, I actually took Edgar for the minecart ride. But again, because of the changes in the patch yesterday, we can't do that anymore. We have to take Gao here. So anyways, at least one of those swords. I mean, either one still those is at least somewhat useful. If Edgar's around, but I don't know. I guess Locke. I think Locke can equip the blood sword. Let me check here if I'm. I don't know. I'm always worried that they've changed something that I'm not sure on. Yeah, I don't. Hang on a sec here. So, oh, that's why. Speaking of Edgar had mine. Oh yeah, no, Locke can still use it. Geez. The thing though is that I don't know. I actually just really prefer the thief knife still. Locke's not going to really be doing much as far as physical damage, and he's going to be in the back row anyway. So the effectiveness of that is not so. There's not much use for it. And yeah, I think that the minecart is fine without it. I do know that when I played the PlayStation version, I actually did use that blood sword for the minecart. But again, I don't know. I think that I just don't know. I think that we're just fine without it. Most of our damage is actually going to come from probably reflect, and the Magna Rotors are mostly going to be killing themselves. Now, all right. So this was a weird kill. My original trip through, because I could glitch Espers, I did a rasp kill on him, and that's not doable in a legit or actually I should say current playthrough, because we're not actually able to learn the spells from Shiva. Now that also makes this look kind of goofy too. If you notice there, if you've got a keen eye, I've used Osmos a couple of times. And again, same rationale though. That's not actually an ability that we would normally have right now. And again, that's because some of these characters have abilities learned prior to yesterday's patch. So that's my bad on that. I did the rest of it though is legit. And honestly, I should have just used ethers instead, and that would have worked just fine. There's a couple of different things that you can do with him. Sleep is probably the best, honestly, and then just nuking him down. And also maybe waiting for him to actually have one of his... basically, he'll use barrier change, and then that way he'll be actually, weak to something. And at that point, it's a good idea to sleep him and then exploit that weakness. Now, I never let him get to that point. Obviously, I slept him and then turned him into an imp right away. Now, that's also pretty... I don't know. That's a legit strategy, especially if you... because we've got Gao now. and we're actually able to use the Gobbledygook rage, which will turn our characters invisible. You don't really want to imp number 24 unless you're invisible, because he's going to use critical hits with his imp form, and he does it really, really quickly. So, so there's that. You know, I suppose, though, also, you know, if you do sleep him and get him to barrier change into a weakness so that you can exploit it, you could then turn him into an imp after, and then that way when he wakes up, he won't use barrier change again. It'll be just, you know, a little dangerous there when he does wake up from sleep. But that's kind of my opinion, though. Obviously, that worked out really well. Locke kind of ate dirt pretty early on there, but once he's stolen, I mean, I suppose I still could have nuked with him, I guess. But anyways, all right. So we are now meeting Sid for the first time, and we do get a bunch of Magicite here from the tubes, and here Kefka tries to throw everybody for a loop here by suggesting that Celes is he has, it sounds like, been spreading rumors that she's actually still working for the Empire, and you know, to infiltrate the returners, which is, you know, not the case. Here, I always think that this scene is really funny, though, because it looks like she, you know, is, I don't know, she like teleports the enemies away, but like, why didn't you just teleport us instead? You know, a bit of a weird plot kind of hole type of thing there, but you know, whatever. It is, that's how it plays out. So unfortunately now, you know, Celes does take off. Obviously, also probably not a bad idea to remove her stuff like right after you do battle with number 24 there. Just grab her stuff, and then yeah, we'll be, I don't know. Again, you know, if you have anything decent on her. The problem is, you know, I don't know if the game may dump her stuff off into our inventory anyway, but I'm just not sure. I don't know if they've done that or if they've added that. But all right, so we're gonna take the elevator down here, and Sid. This is always so funny that Sid is like so quickly, you know, after having worked for the Empire forever and. Yeah, doing what he's done. Like, what, just right now is when you've made your decision to, you know, maybe now is when you realized that, oh yeah, maybe this wasn't the best idea. I don't know. It's just very, Sid is not I don't find him a very trustworthy guy. Maybe, you know, I don't know. I guess he proves himself a little bit later, but still, very, I don't know. It's just weird. It seems weird to change his opinion on what he's been doing on you know, at the drop of a hat. But all right, so that's going to be it. We're going to get our subs set up here for the minecart ride, and boy, the next one is going to be brutal. So stay tuned, and all right, we'll thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.